rules of the river. Secrets beneath the current. The river has rules, just like the desert, just like the forest, only its rules are harder to hear. That's what my father always told me, leaning over the railing of the old bridge near our town. He said the river carried voices, and if you listened long enough, you'd hear them whispering its laws. I never understood what he meant. Not until the day I found myself standing knee-deep in its black water, praying it wouldn't take me. The first rule of the river is simple: never turn your back on it. I learned that the hard way. I was fishing with my friends one summer, laughing, distracted, and I never saw the log coming. It wasn't a log, it was a branch, swept down by the current like a spear. It struck the back of my knees and knocked me into the water. The river dragged me under so fast I barely had time to scream. Somehow, I made it out that day, coughing and shaking on the muddy bank, but I never forgot the feel of its grip. The river doesn't forgive carelessness. The second rule is stranger. The river keeps what it takes. That night, I went back with my father, hoping to find my fishing rod that had been swept away. We searched the banks, the rocks, even the shallow bends downstream. It was gone, swallowed by the current. My father said, if the river wanted to return it, it would have left it by the shore. There was no anger in his voice, just a quiet acceptance, like a man who had seen this before. I wondered what else the river had kept, how many secrets lay just below the surface, never to be found. Over the years, I learned the river's moods. Its still days, when the surface was glassy and calm, were the most dangerous. That's the third rule. The quietest water hides the strongest pull. People think danger comes with rapids and white foam, but it's the silent current that can drag you down without warning. I watched it claim a man once, a stranger who tried to wade across during a calm spell. The water barely rippled when it took him. We never saw him again. The fourth rule is the hardest to follow. Never go to the river alone at night. But I broke it. I don't know what I was looking for. Maybe proof that the whispers were real. Maybe just punishment for ignoring my father's warnings. The moon was bright, and the river glowed silver under its light. That's when I saw something moving near the shallows. At first, I thought it was an animal, but it stood up. A figure, wet hair hanging over its face. It looked at me for a moment, then stepped backward into the water and was gone. The ripples spread slowly, too slowly, like the river didn't want me to forget what I'd just seen. I left that night and never came back to the river alone. But I still think about it. About what it's hiding. About who it's keeping. The river has rules, and if you break them, it doesn't forgive you. It remembers you. Maybe that's why my father always said to listen, because if you don't, the river will teach you the hard way.